Let me just respond to my good friend on the other side of the ocean and this aisle. I wonder, in the 1960s, when we were black students, what did they want then? It wasn't a resolution condemning all hate when they were the only target of the hate. It was support for those who were being victimized in the moment. Not a resolution that muddies the water. Every single challenge facing the folks in the Middle East as a result of Hamas attacking Israel, every drop of blood is on the hands of the terrorists in Hamas. Period. Every challenge facing folks in Gaza that is a result of Hamas terrorizing the nation of Israel is on the shoulders of Hamas. When you start the war, every innocent life, every unnecessary death is on you, plain and simple. Let me just say that it is a coalition government in Israel, a unanimous coalition government in Israel supporting the efforts of Israel to eliminate Hamas from the planet. And I do too, 100%. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to see the level of violence in our country. It's frustrating for me to see the level of violence on our college campuses. I started working on the definition of anti-Semitism not October the 7th, but in 2018. President Trump made my language into an executive order 5 years ago. Why? Because there were signs even then of hate, disgusting violence, and intimidation on college campuses in America. And so I just find the language and the comments of my colleague from Vermont deeply disturbing and insulting and misleading. My resolution is quite simple. It condemns the rampant anti-Semitism on college campuses. The 2,000 plus arrests on college campuses weren't because of violence against black folks or violence against Muslims or violence against Hispanics or violence against Asians. It was violence against Jewish students. It was intimidation of Jewish students. It was vandalism on college campuses because of these folks who were trying to intimidate and get to our Jewish students. It was our Jewish students that couldn't walk to class in peace. It was our Jewish students who couldn't study in libraries without intimidation. An objection to my resolution is an objection to the reality that today our Jewish students are facing disgusting environments on college campuses, and the administrators sit back with their hands under their butts. My colleague's resolution clouds the issue of anti-Semitism and equates Hamas's unprovoked terrorist attack on innocent Israelis and Israel's measures of self-defense. It's ridiculous. What can we say? What can we say to our young students in elementary schools, in middle schools, and high schools, as they look at these so-called elite campuses where they're taking down American flags? What do we say to our young students watching anti-Semitism rage on college campuses? What do we say when they ask the questions that they ask me? Why do they hate the Jews so much? And who will stand in the gap, not just with them, but for them? And I say, there's not a single Republican in the United States Senate that is blocking this resolution. I say, not I will, but I must stand. Why can't we just say anti-Semitism on college campuses is wrong? Why can't we have a full stop right there? Perhaps it's because the politics of it is so entangled that the quagmire pit, we must have everything thrown into the bucket, as opposed to just speaking the truth as it is right now on college campuses. Why can't we just condemn anti-Semitism on its face? Why is it so hard for my Democratic colleagues to condemn what Senator Sanders says, and I agree, the oldest form of hate in the world? Why can't we just do that right now? We can. But politics suggests that to be politically correct, we must include everybody. Well, everybody is not being impacted like our Jewish students today. Why is it so hard to speak without a forked tongue on such a powerful issue that deserves our moral clarity? It is Jewish students being forced out of the classrooms and out of the dorms. It is Jewish students facing violence today. I get frustrated by the fact that so often we just feel sorry for those poor kids. I get tired of hearing people say, well, you know, there's this larger group of folks that need to be protected. 2,000 arrests for violence specifically focused and targeting Jewish students. Every single child, I don't care what race you are, what religion, has a right to go to campus safely. But in today's America, it is the Jewish student. The Jewish student can't prepare for a midterm in a library. It's the Jewish student that can't walk to class without hoping and praying that law enforcement's there. We deserve better. America deserves leadership that is unequivocal when it matters the most. We deserve leadership that speaks to the issue of the day, today, and every day. That's why people are so disgusted with politics.